right, folks, this is Rafi West coming to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you guys about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I've changed my view on the crypto for a couple of reasons. Part of it is personal, and part of it is I've really changed my view on it. Now, I was getting into crypto, accumulating, um, as it is. Been in a bear market and a downtrend for a little while now, and I decided to sell out of it, sell all of it at a loss because of a couple of things. Number one is for personal reasons. I believe I've been learning that if there's a better place to park money as an investor at the current moment, then you should. Now, what would be a better place to park money? Um, you know, Better place to park money at this point, since I think we're going to be in a bear market for quite a while, a multi-year bear market, possibly. I think a good place to park money would be even if you have any kind of debt, knocking that down. You're getting 20% when you knock down a card or something, you're getting 20% interest or whatever your interest rate is back. It's almost like making that in crypto or in a stock or what have you. Um, so yeah, better place to put it depending upon your current situation. Now, if you have zero debt, then by all means stay in it. I still do believe in the story of cryptocurrency, and I believe it will succeed down the road. And I sold out not because I wasn't willing to wait down the road. I know being an investor, Um, the long term is better than the short term. I get all that, you know. But I've also beginning to observe and learn that whenever something peaks, like Bitcoin did back in the highs, it comes crashing down really hard. Just recently, Tilray stock, that's a marijuana stock, crashed real hard. NEO, the supposed Chinese Tesla, crashed real hard, and various other things. IPOs sometimes they come down hard, and they may never make a rebound. So that was one of the reasons. You know, Personally, a better place to park any money that you have. And that would be if you have any credit cards, a better investment out there that you believe. The stock market is still tried and true. Some may say we're in a bubble now. We're in the biggest bull run in history. We're in a bubble now, but I think it's going to be all right for quite some time. You know, um, but the second thing is, as far as crypto, I believe it's being manipulated. I mean, the Wall Street Journal just had an article out that it's being manipulated by trading bots. Traders are in it. There is no doubt. And I'm not saying, everyone who I mention this to, they say, the fundamentals is what's going to win, and that's, the fundamental value in the long term. And I get all that. But that's why the SEC is not approving these ETFs and stuff because they know there's manipulation in this. It's unregulated. It will be manipulated for quite a while, in my opinion. Um, you cannot force decentralization onto a world that is centralized. You cannot force that. You can't just simply use the argument that um, because this group is going to do it, then everyone else is going to do it. So this can't be forced onto the world. Um, and I don't want this to fail. A lot of people may say, oh, you may want it to fail, you're being negative. No, this is just my opinion I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not certified in any way. This is just my opinion, and I wasn't afraid to sell out, you know, of anything. I believe there's other places better to park your money now and for quite a while. I believe we're in for a multi-year bear market in crypto. Um, and there may be another enormous crash coming. And that's where there will be opportunity. At these valuations of crypto, these valuations, I don't know, it's overvalued. I don't know that the valuations on these projects that have proven very little or nothing, you know, are worthy of putting significant investments on. Um, the valuations are still a little overpriced, in my opinion, and I believe it can go even lower, and it will. I believe it will go lower, and you don't put yourself at risk. You know, you should be involved in this maybe in a very small way because you don't put yourself at such huge risk of something that's unregulated, you know, um, is being manipulated by traders, trading bots. And they also say this thing backed, this exchange is going to come out soon. You know, that is Wall Street's way of, they know they can't control this directly, so they want a way of controlling it indirectly, you know. And that's what they're looking into right now. And these postponements of ETFs and stuff, it's just smoke and mirrors. I mean, yeah, I just think it's too risky right now to be in. So since it's so risky, I would put a little in. I left, another thing, I had trouble getting stuff out of my Ledger Nano. I finally did. I'm still having trouble with Bitcoin Cash. Um, you know, but yeah, I sold out of almost everything, even BTC, Bitcoin, for now, because there's better places, I believe, for me to park my money. If the bull run waits for me, that's fine. And if it doesn't, that's fine too. I'm pretty confident that we're going to be in for a bear market for quite a while. And so if you are in zero debt, if you can't think of any other place to park money right now, although there's a lot of places you can, the market, there's still some undervalued companies in the market. Anything that's attributed and connected to Apple and things like that. If you can't find other ways, there's also investing in yourself. You could learn things, take courses on trying to build a business, um, you know, building a YouTube channel, you know, coming up with a product to sell, things like that. That's also part of investing. Also, investing in yourself, health things. There are a lot of health things. Those things are out there right now, and they're tried and true and available. So, my stance on this is basically it's a multi-year bear market. We're going to be in for quite a while. So, in the meanwhile, all those things that I mentioned are available and very good investments to cash in on. Um, the interest in crypto has been lost for now. The um, you know, the interest, it's pretty irrelevant to people. Uh, Most people I talk to, they don't even know what Bitcoin is, let alone Ethereum, Ripple. Um, Bitcoin Cash. They don't even know. They may have heard the word Bitcoin, but they have no interest, and there is no use cases. There's some. I've read there's some in other places. Here in the U.S., we're going to probably be the last to adopt any of this technology. Other countries will do it first. It's interesting. It's speculative, is what it is. And if you want speculative, I like Tesla stock for speculative, with all the things going on with a stock like that. And there's other speculative stocks that at least they are real things with real balance sheets and real valuations that you can put a guesstimate on, and find out if you are getting into something that has some valuation. These high valuations of Bitcoin, I believe they're going to come crashing down. You know, I don't care about pats on the back. If you want to pat, I don't care about if this happens tomorrow and everything crashes and I'm going to come on here and say, I told everyone I knew it. I don't care about any of that stuff because I'm not an expert in cryptocurrency. I know a little bit of investing. I just started to get into writing covered call options in stocks. That's the most advanced I've got in so far. That's what they let you start with. Every brokerage account, you can't go straight to um, regular call options and put options at the very beginning unless you lie on the application. They want to know that you have some capital and some experience. They don't let you because they're risky. They won't let you do that straight off the bat. So anyway, that's where I'm leaning for now. I will still keep an eye on the crypto space, not too much of a close eye as far as studying new projects and stuff because I believe in a quite a bear market for quite a while, and I'll keep my eye out for that next humongous crash, which I believe is coming. Then at a fairer, at a much more fair valuation, I would get in. You know, I didn't get in at all-time highs. But the valuations of these things, the more time goes by and this thing remains irrelevant to people and the interest is down, um, the more crazy those valuations are. These valuations are too high. And why put yourself at such risk for these high ones? If this thing is going to be the next thing or one of the next things, these valuations have to come down. That's why you don't see big money coming in. That's why, because big money does not put themselves at risk like this. They just don't. Otherwise, this institutional money that we're all hoping for, people are hoping for, this big money out there is not touching it. They won't touch this, you know. There's custody problems. You know, I couldn't get my stuff out of my Ledger Nano for a little while. They don't want that. Big money's not going to put um, that at risk. They just don't do that. They do it when it's a good valuation, which now, in my opinion, is too high, and they do it when the time is right and it's easy to get out, get your stuff out, and liquidate. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This is not financial advice. You know, um, Learning about this is interesting. Learning about money is interesting. If it was that easy, then everyone would get in. These dives, when people are terrified of Bitcoin again and really terrified of crypto, that's when I may get back in. But until then, the valuations are too high and too risky to stick around when there's other things out there that can give you a better ROI on your capital. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that. Until the next humongous crash, then I'll say, I told you so. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about pats on the back. But I told you so. Rafi West, I told you so. Anyway, you folks have a good one and be careful out there with that. And once again, to make it clear, I want it to succeed, not fail. So that's that. All right, folks. Everyone take care. And that's about it. If you do want to buy some Bitcoin, maybe I'll put a link down there for Coinbase. You know, like I said, I'm not accumulating right now, but if you want to buy and you think that I'm wrong and this thing is going to go up and you want to at least get yourself involved in a small way, I'll see if I could put the link to Coinbase. I get, you know, if you buy $100, I think, of Bitcoin or any crypto on Coinbase, you get an extra 10 and I get $10. I mean, that's all. You don't have to use the link if you don't want to, but it will be in there. Um, some of you watching this may be curious about getting started. That is how you get started for now, Coinbase. By the next time I get back in, I hope there's another exchange. Maybe it's back, maybe it's something else. But anyway, for now, that is the way to get started that most people use. And you could buy from there a little bit, get your feet wet, and continue to learn. And that's about it. All right. All right, folks. This is Rossi West. Everybody take care. Peace.